Well, there's a new coaster in the park. This is a B&M flying coaster, set to mimic, not a recreation, but to mimic the twists and turns of Superman: The Ultimate Flight. One thing that I do like is that it's an original layout. I changed my design for what I wanted the entrance area or the entrance queue area to look like. What's up, guys? It's Tim from Coastal Life Media, and as you can see, there has been some work done on the Superman ride. For one, we now have a sign that I am pretty proud of, to be honest. For one, I wanted there to be a sign that was, blending through things here. I wanted it to be a sign that would help cover the front of the queue. And there's a reason for that. Most amusement parks, they cover the queue so that you can't see how many people are in the line until you're in the line, which is another tactic of why there is two cattle pens, one right here and one right here. Usually once you get in, the line doesn't start to fill up until you're all the way back here. And the only time where it will be extremely packed to the point where this cattle pen is being fully used is when there is an excess of people. And from this shot, you can already see, by the way, that there is a station building now, which again I am kind of proud of. I wanted it to be something simple. I did not want to go with how the Superman the Ride stations or Superman Ultimate Flight stations look in real life, because technically this is not Superman Ultimate Flight. It is my take on that, and I wanted to make it plain and make it known that this is my take on that ride. So I like this simple station. I like the truss beams, because it kind of gives it like a slight industrial feel that I really dig. And I love the colors. I love the difference in material. I'm digging it. I hate, again, like I say in a lot of these videos, which I don't say in a lot in my other series, or I haven't said it, but I'm really proud of what I've done. And you can see this gift shop area is still empty. I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. But we have a Coke Freestyle station, which is definitely something you would see a lot at Six Flags, along with a place to buy flash passes within the park, which is why it's red and yellow instead of just red and white. But one thing that I am really proud of that I've done is this Primo's Pizza, which is a actual Six Flags brand. A lot of the pizza places, or the places to get pizza within Six Flags parks, is called Primo's Pizza, and this is loosely based on one of the Primo's pizzas at Six Flags Great America. I wanted to kind of make it look like something that I could recognize. So for those of you who don't know, while I'm building in game, I am also on my laptop, which is next to my desktop. I am walking around parks in Google Street View, and so that I can actually get a look at a lot of things that are in those parks. So this is something that actually exists. And again, you can see the park is starting to fill up, and this is just the beginning. We only have 2 coasters in here and 1, 2, 3 flat rides, but we are gonna go so much bigger. And for those of you who are looking, the park rating with everything closed is $291. So we're gonna try to get that up and fill out this ride, or fill out the park even more. I'm thinking about doing a kids area right here, because I know I said that I wanted to do it over here, but I'm thinking about doing it right here so that I can keep pushing towards that way, and then just make my way back over, and then come in. Eventually, I'll end up over here with maybe an RMC that'll hug this edge of the park, which is cool. One thing that I love about Magic Mountain is that even though you have to walk all the way to almost the back of the park to get to it, if you're outside of the park, it's literally right there in front of the parking lot. So it's kind of cool. I love how you can barely get your bearings of where you are in a park because of all of the twists and turns. If it looked like just a straight circle and then you were like, yep, I'm pretty sure I'm right here, that would be boring. I love how when you walk through parks, it almost causes you to lose sight of where you are, because you're not necessarily thinking of where you are in relation to the outside world, but you are engulfed in the actual experience of the park. So like I said, I'm going to start working on a kids area right here. That's going to be what's going on in this episode, and there's going to be some flowers in here eventually once I figure out the pattern that I want to do. But yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have the train going behind it, because once we finish with the kids area, maybe another coaster, I'll put the next train station somewhere along that line. All right, so I will check back with you in a second. So now we have a rough approximation of how this area is going to look. This is Kidzopolis, which is a name that exists in more than one Six Flags park to be the name of a kids area. And we have 3 rides here. Usually there's a coaster in a small kids coaster in the area, but I wanted to do something different, so I added a track ride, a mini Ferris wheel, and a loop-de-loop ride. And so I haven't really done much detailing because I wanted to show you guys where we were before I got there, so that you can kind of see how it looks. I'm gonna put some benches and stuff in here and fill it out. It's kind of going to be like in the middle, there's going to be like a grandparents area, is what I like to call it, where you basically have room for the grandmas and stuff to watch, and while the grandkids are having fun, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm gonna build that, and I'm gonna work on some detailing of this area. There's gonna be a station cover. It's not gonna be a full building. It's gonna just be a cover to cover the side that guests will be on, to keep it simple. Usually Six Flags parks don't put that much effort into the kids rides as much as they do the main attractions. And so yeah, I'm gonna work on that, and I do have a little bit of the train going behind there, which I do like, because usually trains go just around the perimeter of the park and then make stops at different parts of the park, so that you can get off, and that will be a nice way to transport you if you don't feel like walking. So yeah, I have a nice little area. It's gonna be, I'm hoping that it'll come out right, so we'll see how it looks. I'll let you know. You can kind of see that I've already filled it out just a little bit more since the last little update. I've done a lot of fencing. I went with the blue fencing. I've done a little cover in the middle here for seating, just so that parents and grandparents or whatever can have somewhere to sit while the kids go be kids. And one thing that I want to note about this area is that I did some research on this area, and there's a reason why most kids areas are kind of cut off from the rest of the park. It's for security reasons. This is a part of the park where parents can finally just sit back and let the kids that aren't tall enough to ride most of the rides in the park, they can finally just sit back and let them do them. The reason why it's cut off is because usually there are staff members that sit in the or stand at the gate and make sure that kids don't run out of this area while the parents are in sitting. So I wanted to keep that true here. I haven't put anyone here yet, But I did want to note that that is why kids areas are designed in such a way. Now, we have done a little bit of lighting here, not a lot. I still have some stuff to do. I did some foliage over here. It's not completely finished. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take the time to do all of that in this episode, because it is quite a lot that I want. Well, not a lot, but I do want to make sure that it's some nice scenery over here, and keep the scenery rating high up here. Well, it's already 100, but yeah, I want to make sure that these rides do have a decent scenery rating. This one is at 86. This one is at 83. I do want to keep this area looking nice, and then do some outside fencing as well. So that's pretty much all that I've done so far. I do have this utility light for more effective lighting. You do have these nice pretty little lights around the edge, but you do have a utility light. I basically took 4 lights and stuck them together, and I'm probably gonna put another one. I don't know. I don't really know. I want to tuck it in an area that is not yeah, I kind of want to tuck it in an area like this, so that it doesn't necessarily draw attention to that area, but you know, it'll basically help you to see better, because one thing that's really important, especially in an area where there's a lot of kids, is you need to be able to see at night. Although I'm not sure if this part of the park would be open during the nighttime operations of this park, just for security reasons and safety reasons and whatnot. But so far I am digging the lights on the ride. I really normally I don't really look at that much, but I am digging how it looks. It's really nice to be able to see these lights while you're walking through the park at night. And one thing that I do have well, it's something that I wanted to be clear, is that I did not want the kids rides to show up in the skyline of the ride. Of the park. Why? Because they're kids rides. Usually they're small scale and they don't really take up a whole lot of space, which is why I chose the rides that I did over here. And this small layout for this ride is because they're kids rides. I did not want them to take up a whole lot of space. I wanted them to kind of almost be an afterthought of the park. Is, oh crap, we forgot to put a kids area in here. Let's tuck it in this little area, this little corner by the train, and get that over with. And that's basically what it looks like, but it looks somewhat well done, and that was my goal. So with all of that being said, all that I really have left to do is to cover this queue and put some fencing right there, cover this queue and put some fencing right there, but I'm not really going to do that in this episode, because that's literally all that I have left to do for this area. So just know that it will be done, and we are going to move on to the next episode. So first of all, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate you joining me again in Adventureland. I really appreciate your support with this series. I appreciate you guys liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, and sharing them. And if you haven't done so already, please consider doing that. Liking, subscribing, and sharing. I really appreciate that. Until next time, my name is Tim from Coastal Life Media, and I will see you in the next video.